Well, it's actually a long journey that started with reporting on our environmental performance back in 1994. Then we added social performance in 1998. And then increasingly we brought the reporting together. So we got to a point in 2003 where we had actually 3 reports: a sustainability report, a financial report, and a narrative report for our retail investors. And we felt the time was right to bring that together. And the occasion then was that we revised our bylaws, the Articles of Association, in which we specified that the objective for Novo Nordisk is to strive to do business in a way that is financially, environmentally, and socially responsible. So a natural consequence would be to then bring together that story into one report. So that's where it started. That was back in 2004. First of all, innovation and change is often driven from the grassroots. So in this case, the grassroots was the group of people who were involved in making the report. But it's important to say also that the board was involved from the very beginning, because the board was approving of all 3 reports, and they could see a very strong case for bringing together all of this information into one document. So we as a team presented to the board this proposal to say, let's try and do this. We do not have any precedents because at that time there was no such thing as integrated reporting, but we felt that we were on the right track, and so the board had confidence in us in saying, let's go ahead and try it. And obviously that was a leap of faith, also because actually at the time the financial report was award-winning, the sustainability report was award-winning. So one of the barriers we faced was people saying, well, why would you want to fix it? Because it ain't broke. Well, I think one of the barriers that remains is actually that we have chosen to use the annual reporting format as the frame for our integrated reporting. Then we started with getting the narrative right. And the next thing we attacked was then to align the statements. So again, due to the long history of reporting on environmental and social performance, we have structures in place to collect and analyze and present data. So then the next challenge was, how could we present those data in a format that is the same look and feel and also following the same processes? So we're pretty far on that route. Then the barriers that remain are about the conventions around the format that we choose. And that has to do with assurance, and it has to do with the legal framework around an annual report that are slightly different than what we are presenting in the proposed IR framework right now. Well, my first advice would be look to the IR draft framework and start working with that and find your own way. So the strong argument for getting into this is to understand your business and to be able to articulate your business proposition in a simple way. So the IR framework is giving some guidance, but it also leaves a lot of room to experiment. So as I said, when we started, we did not have any precedents, so we just started. Companies that are starting today can follow, take inspiration from the IR framework, but importantly, find their story. Integrated thinking is all about bringing together people around the making of a product or driving a process together. And so integrated reporting is an ideal occasion to have people around the table who come from different parts of the organization and who can then tackle the problems together. And so after a meeting to discuss the production of a report, whether it's an editorial process or it's the statements, you have people walking away with a different understanding and a more holistic understanding of how the company creates value. And that is the essence of integrated reporting. I think we've been able to tell it in a different way because the value creation story has been there all along. And I think that many companies that are looking to this will find that they also have the value creation story, but it may be hidden. So what we've been able to do is to begin to explore, and we're certainly not there yet, but to begin to explore the interactions between the financial performance and the non-financial dimensions, the other capitals than financial capital. And this is where I believe that we will see the next frontier is in understanding the interactions, the dynamics between different capitals. We all do. I think the company benefits a lot. It enables management to make better decisions, more founded on a more holistic picture of the company and how it creates value. It benefits investors because you provide a clearer picture to the investors. And it also benefits the, if you will, the beneficiaries of the company, whether it's the customers, the business partners, or the employees, because you provide a more transparent and a more concise picture of what this company is all about and why this company is justifiably in business and why it should stay in business.